everything in life needs to be simple. Once it started to be complicated, I think that we're losing our way. And
I love that.
simple things of life. This is our automatical brain. Okay, it wants to feel desired, passionate, fulfilled.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to have a really special guest. It's really an honor that she, made the time to come here and join us on the channel. The value you're going to get in this interview is going to be amazing. Today so many people struggle with mental health, with all kind of diseases, chronic diseases that really challenge their day-to-day life. And so many of us go to doctors, try to find all these solutions and go from doctor to doctor, but we don't really find the solution. Kal-Segev also went through that. She was a really successful manager. Her life, was like everyone today, really busy being busy, like everyone are, right? Everyone's doing that today. And then, she got sick with a chronic disease, went from doctor to doctor, didn't find the solutions. And through her pain, through her mess, she turned that into her message. And today she's helping other people basically define what is that emotion that is, what is that emotion under the problem that we see from the outside, and heal through discovering what is stuck over there in that emotion. Because many of our diseases is basically something that we have an uncovered emotion that we don't know what it is. And that uncovered emotion that is stuck, that's creating the disease. And those diseases can really trouble our life and make our life really hard, not only for us, also for the people around us. So without me talking too much more, I want to welcome Kal-Segev. Thank you very much for making the time to come here today. I'm really looking forward. It's going to be amazing. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Please share with us, when we talk about mental health, a lot of things come up to mind, but I want to know, like, what is it? What is there behind the mental health? Like, how does everything work over there in their brain? In the past when we spoke, we said something about chemical, adrenal glands. Like, I heard so many words and like I kind of lost it. So I'm a simple person. If you could make it simple and explain, what is it over there in the brain that, helps us function right? Not only function right, function in the way that we can live a life of happiness and well-being and growth.
Fulfillment, yeah. Our strong mentality and health of the brain is closely related to the hormones balance in the body. For this reason, we need adrenal glands to work properly. And the adrenal glands, they are endocrine glands that produce a variety of hormones, including adrenaline, steroids, cortisol, testosterone, estrogen, and more. We know them. And the adrenal glands are found here above our kidneys. Often depression, anxiety, inflammation, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and etc. associated to adrenal exhaustion. And the human brain didn't change since we're hunter. We're talking about our automatical and survival brain that was programmed thousands of years and still leads us in 2022. So in order to...
So wait, I want to ask you, so you're saying that everything over here has to do with adrenal glands and they didn't change for thousands of years? Is that correct? Did I understand you right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, continue. I was just like, I heard thousands of years. I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Our automatical brain is still leading us and is still programming of who we are. And in order to make the adrenals stronger, let's explain the concept of a black sheep program by the automatical brain. It has to do with the direction of life. The black sheep was living in the herd. One day, the black sheep felt curious and was looking around to taste for some grass or to feel unique or enjoy herself. She eats from the grass, she goes on the side, and in some point, she looks up and see that her herd far away. And then she runs fast in order to join the herd again. But then she arrives to the T-junction and she sees that she lost contact with them. And all alone at T-junction, she needs to make a huge decision where to go. If she will take it to the left, maybe they took to the right. if she will take to the right, maybe she's supposed to take to the left. So she is afraid to make a mistake or to take this decision by herself, to take a wrong way. And what she does, she paralyzes her adrenals and she stays at the junction and in hope that somebody will come back to look for her and to save her. And when the black sheep paralyzes her adrenals, the two lobes of her brain produce 50-50 hormones. In other words, the brain produces feminine and masculine hormones in equal amount. And normally, a person produces an amount of feminine and masculine hormones depending on the situation in life, which demands a certain surplus or other hormones. It depends on the polarity of that event. For example, now we're talking and we're recording this video, and I produce more my masculine hormones in order to give a show, to explain what I'm doing. In 2 hours from now, I'm going to be a mother for my children, and then I will produce more feminine hormones depending on the situation in my life. And with these exhausted adrenals, the symptoms in our body are usually fatigue, we're losing the taste of life, depression, we have a low sex drive, we're apathic. And in order to get this adrenal back to work properly, we need to show to our brain that we have a program for life, including new goals, clear objectives, the project that bring back to the passion to our life. And in practice, we need to show to our brain that we have a program. We have a program for life for the period, let's say, of 6 months from now, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. We need actually to show and to follow this program in order to create a direction of life.
Wow, wow, it's so much information. So I have a few questions in my mind before we continue.
Yeah.
First, all the symptoms that you mentioned, that's like 2022. That's right now. That's right here today. You know, fatigue, depression, those numbers are increasing.
I had fibromyalgia and I was chronic fatigue also.
Right, that was, you had it for a long time. If I remember right, you went like to a lot of doctors, right, and you tried different things, and like it took time until you found the right, let's say, cure for you.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's amazing, because you went through all of that, and since you went through it and you can feel it, well, you felt it then, so you have also the tools to help other people. But in these days, so much of those symptoms that you just mentioned, not only because COVID, but in general with all the technology that we have today, they're so strong. And you know, the whole mental health area is so complex from one hand, but then now when like I'm hearing you saying these things of what people should do, for example, find direction in life, and I'm not saying it will be simple.
Passion in their life. Our brain needs to know that in 6 months from now, we're going to fulfill our dream. For example, I had a client for 10 years. She had a clinical depression. She took pills and psychologies and psychiatry treatment, and nothing worked. And when I explained to her about the adrenals, meeting after that, she came with a list of the things that she's going to do in 6 months from now, 1 year, 3 years, 5 and 10 years. And after that, she started to dance tango because it was a dream of her life that she didn't dare to go to follow about after that. And she started to do that. And not only that she lost weight, but because she was moving all the time, she got the passion back. And
wow.
And after several months, I also gave her some tips what to do in the, not only on the mental part, on the emotional part, but also in the physical part. She, her adrenals recovered. They were exhausted, and she recovered them. Yeah.
Wow, and that's after years that she, you know, have gone to different doctors, psychiatrists, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's first. It's amazing that you help people. You know, you
Sounds like a magic, but it's a real magic because.
Hi, I hope this video is serving you. I just want to share with you that my belief in life is that you are here to serve a purpose greater than yourself. But in order to do that the best way, you must start with investing in yourself. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Because healing needs to be simple. Everything in life needs to be simple. Once it started to be complicated, I think that we're losing our way. And
I love that.
Simple things of life this is our automatical brain. Okay, it wants to feel desired, passionate, fulfilled.
Wow. So much information. And I want to ask a question because until now, you mentioned the adrenal glands and the importance of making them stronger. And you just, you mentioned the whole thing that has to do with having a direction and having passion. And that's amazing. That's on the mental side. And it's work, but it's doable. You just now gave an example from your client, and people can do that. And that's beautiful. But is there anything physical we can do?
There are
Or
many
everything is
things
only
that we
mental?
can do. I
Physical.
will give maybe 5, 6 examples, but there are in Dr. Google, we have plenty of things that we can type how to restore adrenal glands, and we'll have plenty of things that we can do. But let's talk about basic things. There are herbs and supplements that we can use. There is a nutrition that supports adrenals, and also if we reduce inflammation, chronic inflammation in the body, also exhausting adrenals. A light sport, because when we do a sport and it's too hard for our body, it's exhausting the adrenals. Acupuncture can help with the adrenal glands. Stress management. At the moment I left my job that I was working 24/7 in high stress, it's already did a big healing for me. Good night rest, of course, supporting our bowels, creating the right flora, to laugh, to spend time in the sun, and main thing is to do things that increase well-being in us and reducing the stress. The right healing happens to our brain when our mind is open and not survival, and it happens when we're increasing our well-being.
Wow, I love it, Mona, how you make it simple. Like you said, laugh. You said go out to the sun. Like there's no excuses whether you're busy, whether you don't have money, whatever it's yeah, it's free. You could always laugh.
Yeah.
Even if you have a really busy day of meetings, take a few minutes to laugh. Go outside to the sun. Also, if there's no sun and clouds, go do the sport, the light sport. By the way, for all the sport people that I'm one of you, I'll make it clear. Mona said light sport. So, I used to do really high intense training. That's not good. You could do that maybe 20% of the time, but realize what Mona said. She spoke about it's called zone 2 sport. Whether it's walking or if you run, but run in a really slow pace. First, Mona, I appreciate
our body to be able to listen to our willings. It's to be connected with us, not to go against our nature, to go with us.
I love that. I really love that. I have one more question because you really made it simple. With the main idea is to strengthen our adrenal glands, and everyone can read more about it. But for some of us, reading and taking those tips is great, but in order to be persistent and continue with all the great tips, so they need to have someone that would help them walk through, or let's say if they have some type of illness or in general they're not feeling that well. You said at the beginning, a lot of times it has to do with an emotion that is over there undercover, that is unseen, that is basically causing all that. So is there a way for people to contact you if they want your guidance?
Of course, they can contact me by my email. My Facebook page is my code Mona Kal-Segev, or my private Facebook Mona Kal-Segev is open. And
your email address is?
Mona Kal-Segev, really easy, gmail.com.
That's really simple. Mona Kal-Segev at gmail.com. So I really appreciate that, Mona, especially these days that so many people are dealing with, mental health issues. And it's not, there's no reason to be ashamed because so many people are dealing with it. But now, instead of being ashamed or being lost around it, what's the solution? Just follow what Mona said, do it step by step. If you need help and you can't do it by yourself, it's all good. You could contact Mona, email her, and she'll be more than happy to contact you and help you. So Mona, again, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate that. It was great. Really great value. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.